All right, so let's make a stain painting. What you want to do is get a little bit of water, put it on your paper, a little water on there, and then you can get a little bit of color. And you probably want to use a smaller brush so you have some control. Now the paper gets darker, you can see. If you put too much water onto your paint, you won't get much paint. So you have to, to get it exactly right. So I'm gonna now add some blue to this. Actually, I'm gonna try the dark blue. And notice that I've now made a purple with that magenta, which works so much better than your red, because our red is very orangey red. So I've done a little bit of this and made some colors. All right, now, so I'm mixing colors here to make other ones. Now you notice that this paper does get dark. It almost turns gray. It will dry white. So everything you put on here will seem darker than it really is. Now what I'm going to do is, you see this blue here? I have a yellow that is greenish. We want to use the greenish ones next to things like blue, because that's how they turn green. Right? Originally they were yellow. All right? Now, if you get bored of this, you can take a little bit of this and use a big brush. But I'm going to tell you, it ends up putting up way too much water. So you have to be careful, okay? So now you can see that sort of has a greenish tint to it, all right? So that's easy to take maybe this and add a little bit to this and it turns green, all right? All right, there you go. See how green it is? That's kind of cool. All right, now you're trying to keep the colors clean, all right? So you wash your brush out every time. Now look, you can see this one is a little orangey, right? A little orangey. I'm not gonna try to put that too much to the green because it'll turn brown, right? Because orange and green turn brown. Two secondary colors turn brown. See, I will put it sort of near there, but not on top of it, all right? Now if I really want to get that orange to come out, I will add a little bit more of this. Some red to it, okay? And then of course I can add red without anything being around it. I think we'll stick with the bigger brushes today. I think we'll get better with it and more results with it. But you can see how I've made a purple, a green. I have my yellow that came with it, my red that came with it, my blue that came with it. But I'm making colors up. I'm filling up the paper as best I can. Now you could put the paint on, the water on there. If you use the big brush, probably you don't need to, all right? But you can make, these sort of areas of color and almost look like little clouds of color. If I want to get make it a little lighter, maybe I'll add in this and it'll turn, orangey, right? You want to make this as dark with the colors as possible because they're going to get much lighter when they dry. When they dry, they're going to be super light, all right? So I'm just adding in all these different colors, all right? I can add, okay? Now I'm going to use my yellow-green. Making sense here? Hopefully. All right. So I've used all my colors. And I'm trying to make what we call a stain painting. You can see that it's sort of tie-dye, right? Let me make this. There you go.